In about 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's all the answer I was getting. Yeah, but this is really good. Oh, there's one more spot. So this is the one I have. Yeah.
All right, who does not have a bonding review? Bonding review. There you go. So, just to be clear, I have no more reviews for you. Okay? Like, that's it. 3 reviews, that should be fairly good. You've done the quizzes, right? So you've practiced. If you would like to come in tomorrow to redo the quizzes, you can absolutely do that. If you want to stay after school today to redo the quiz, you can absolutely do that. My suggestions for you for studying for this test is to make some study notes for yourself. If you have no idea how to do that, we could spend a little bit of time tomorrow working on those, okay? Over the weekend, if you want to make it kind of fun, you could get together with a friend and quiz each other, right? Even if it's just over like, Skype or something like that, you could. But even more fun, get together, bake some cookies, and quiz each other, okay? Another study technique is to redo your quizzes and the workbook. I will post on today's homework copies of all the quizzes. And in our team, there's already a copy of our workbook, but I'll post it up on Teams anyway, so you have everything there, okay? So everything will be there. Now, Unit 4. Let's look at the front page of Unit 4. Table of contents. There is a bunch of reference material. Section 4.0 is reference material. You don't need most of it yet, okay? So you can just kind of ignore section 4.0 until I tell you you need it. The workbook, if you do not have one, is over on this counter. It's green and the answer key is right beside it. Perfect. Okay. So what's going to happen is this particular unit, some people are going to find it super easy because their brain happens to work that way. And some people will find it, I don't think it's super challenging for anyone, but some people it's not going to be just automatic. You might have to spend a little more time. Yes. This is completely new unit, separate from the test. You will not be on your test, okay? Just to be clear, Unit 4 is not on your test on Monday, okay? All right. I want you to take a look because on your front page, it tells you how many quizzes you're going to have and when you are going to write them. So it is a little bit self-paced. Yes? So if you want to work faster and write the quizzes faster, you can do that. If you want to work a bit slower, that's also fine. However, if you are falling 2 or 3 quizzes behind everybody else, I will probably invite you to come in during flex just so you don't get left behind and you're not ready for the test when it happens. Does that make sense? Okay. No, there's, I think 7 quizzes or 8 quizzes. 8. There's 8 quizzes. But they're all 6, they're all 6 questions long. Okay, just 6 questions. Each of them builds upon the next one, right? So once you learn one, then you'll learn something new, and then you'll do the next one. And you'll have a test on all of them at the end. Okay? Now, let's say you get down to 4.1D, and you see there, it says quiz 4, but it's in lighter color and it's in italics, like it's slanted. That means you're not ready for the quiz yet. That means that 4.1D is teaching you stuff about quiz 4, but you're not ready for quiz 4 until you've finished 4.1E. Is good? Okay. So, and then actually quiz 4, like let's say you did quiz 4 and you did really well. That means you could probably skip 4.1F. But if you didn't do well, you could go back and review by doing 4.1F and then do quiz 4 again. Okay? All the quizzes have at least 4 versions. Some of them have 5. Okay? Now, there is more to your table of contents on the inside, so just be aware that there is stuff there. Mine is a little bit different than yours because I think I stole this from my Chem 11. So you have section 4.4, and then 4.5 is going to be the enriched stuff. You can ask me for it once you are finished the regular booklet. Okay? We are going to start with section 4.1, and you'll actually find it really similar to what we've done before. So this is on page 10. Yes. I will tell you about that later. You're not going to worry about it for now. You don't need it. Okay? Okay, page 10. Ionic compounds, remind me, everyone tell your partner, what is this structure called? Crystal lattice. What types of elements is it made of? Non-metals and metals. So we have the sodium, which is a metal, and the chloride, which is a non-metal. Which one is the cation and which one is the anion? Sodium is the cation and chloride is the anion. And how does sodium become a cation? How does it become positively charged? It gives away an electron. So you can see here, it's giving away an electron. How does chlorine become negative? It gains an electron. So you see chloride now has that negative charge. Sodium has the positive charge. And what do positive and negative do to one another? They attract. What is that force of attraction called? That is an ionic bond, which is one example of an electrostatic force. All bonds are actually electrostatic forces. They're all attraction between charged particles. There's no quiz tomorrow. Not unless you want one. Oh, actually, yeah, there will be one. Yeah, well, there will be a quiz on this one tomorrow, but you'll be like, oh my God, it's so easy. No, don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Stop looking at me like that. You believe me. If Ms. Spence says it'll be fine, will it be fine? It will be fine. Trust me. Watch. You've done it before. When you name sodium chloride, what do you do with the name sodium? Sodium. What do you do with the name chloride? You change the ending to ide. Is that anything new? That's all quiz 1 is about. Who do you have to put first? The metal or the non-metal? You put the metal first. So let's go look at some examples. Oh, and here's just, do you call it oxygen or oxide? Nitrogen or nitride? Phosphoride or phosphide? Hydrogen or hydride? Rehan, yes. Yes. There? Yeah. Now, a couple things. Be sure that you don't use fluoride. I will take off a half a mark. Okay, because it is written on your periodic table, FLUO. You can have an exception because but anybody else who needs an exception needs to come talk to me and provide me documentation. Okay? Alrighty? So, what is this quiz going to look like? It's going to be 6 questions. They're all 6 questions. And we're going to go and do the first couple together. Okay? So what you'll do is you'll say, I have a capital letter here, and I have a capital letter here. So I'm going to name Li, and I do that by looking on my periodic table. So you get your periodic table. So look up Li, what does it say? Lithium. No ide. Metal. No ide. And then we have hydrogen. What does it become? Is it hydrogen or hydride? Hydride. Am I right that this quiz is going to be easy?
Yes.
Na. Who's Na? Sodium. F. Fluorine becomes fluoride. And you'll notice UO, not OU. Now I'm just going to skip down to number 5 for a second because it's got a little, what do we call those little numbers? That's called a subscript. The subscript does not matter in ionic compounds. It will matter when we get to covalence, but we're not there yet. We're just doing number 1 today, right? That's it. So the subscript does not matter in ionic compounds. So what would we name BaCl2? Ba is, you look it up, it says barium, so you just write barium. And then you look up Cl, chloride. Okay, so you will have a quiz tomorrow on this, but literally it's 6 questions. You get your periodic table and you just write them. And if you don't do well, guess what? You can do it again. Yes? I think you'll be fine. Okay, so for homework, probably complete this page just to be sure and complete this page. Tomorrow, we'll be learning the second part, this page. Yes, Max. Bromide? Bromine becomes bromide. Iodine becomes iodide. Chlorine becomes chloride. Some of them sound a little weird, but you'll get used to them. Okay, so quiz on that tomorrow. You all have all the reviews. You can start on some study notes tonight if you want to. I'll give you some time in class tomorrow also if you want some time in class to work on those study notes.
Almost fell asleep. Definitely falling asleep in it.
Homework page 11. Work on your reviews. Well, your test isn't until Monday, so I wouldn't do it until after your test.
We're not. I'm gonna tell Patrick to jump you. He's gonna get offended.